The leap year was first introduced in 45 BC by the Roman Emperor Julius Caesar. Now you might be wondering, why is this significant? Well, a leap year exists to keep the Earth's orbit aligned with our calendar. You see, the Earth doesn't take exactly 365 days to complete one full orbit around the Sun. It actually takes about 365.2 days. Wait, you might say, just 0.2422 days? What's the big deal? Well, hold on, because with those extra 0.2422 days, Christmas this year, 2024, would be around September 15th if we didn't have leap years. So yeah, time really does matter. But you've probably heard the phrase, time flies, right? Why? If time is so valuable, why do humans say it flies? Do we just really hate time? It's like trying to get an alphabet soup, drinking it, and spitting out the first word that comes up to start this video. Wait, I actually did that. But since we're all, living blobs floating in space with some brain power, we understand time a little more deeply. One moment you're starting a new year, and the next, you're wondering where the months went. Life after COVID has felt like it's been on fast forward, but why? Did Earth just speed up? Or is time flies not a myth after all? There's no one thing that makes this true, but there are a few factors that might help us figure out why it feels that way. Post-COVID life, am I right? It's been like a whirlwind. During lockdowns, the world basically came to a standstill. The rise of toilet paper shortages. For many of us, it felt like time was just dragging on during those years. But then, something weird happened. Time started feeling like it was speeding up, right? Why is that? Well, there's something called routine. It's like you're stuck in a loop, almost like the Matrix, except no Keanu Reeves trying to kill you. It's simple. You wake up, brush your teeth, do some work, and go back to sleep. Then you wake up again, brush your teeth, do your work, sleep, rinse and repeat. You wake up, brush your teeth, do your work, sleep. It's a flow that most of us get used to, but because of COVID, a lot of people got comfortable indoors or invested so much time in home life that they forgot to touch grass. But in nerd language, this is what we call the Groundhog Day effect, where every day feels the same. But hey, the Groundhog Day effect isn't the only reason time feels like it's flying. Your memory can mess with you, and that's where it gets a little trippy. Your brain has been documented to distort memories over time. Yes, it's weird. Every day, your brain adds or removes details, warping the way you remember events. It might be small changes, but over time it piles up, and it can distort your perception of how long ago something actually happened. You remember the big picture, but everything around it gets fuzzier until it's just a blurry, burning memory. Now, there are exceptions. Some people can remember stuff from when they were 6, but that's pretty rare. Most of us forget things from back then, especially when we get older. But that's the magic of the mind. It's a memory magician, always pulling tricks without us noticing. And if you've ever been to a store or a casino, you might have noticed something strange: no clocks. Have you ever wondered why? Well, markets and casinos don't want to remind you that time is ticking. It's like, if you're not reminded of the time, you'll shop longer and they'll make more money. They don't want you to realize that time is slipping away. But have you ever noticed that time doesn't fly when you're doing homework? Why is that? Well, constant reminders of time, like staring at the clock every few minutes, make it feel like time is slowing down. It's like watching paint dry, but in a math equation. But here's the thing that really messes with our sense of time: the hippocampus. This is the part of your brain that helps you form and store memories. As we get older, the hippocampus naturally shrinks, and that's when things start to get weird. It's like your brain's hard drive starts getting a little less organized, leading to memory distortions. So when you think about an event, it might not be as accurate as it used to be. But don't worry, we're not diving into the super complex stuff like Alzheimer's. That's a whole other video. In a nutshell, yes, time does indeed fly. When you're too busy griefing a child on Roblox for a good laugh, it's easy to lose track of time. It's just a natural part of how our brain works, processing memories and compressing our sense of time as we age. So, whether it's because of the Groundhog Day effect, the way our brain distorts memories, and that's why you should cherish those moments, because before you know it, you'll be wondering where the year went. So, take a second, smell the roses, and maybe even touch some grass.